All right, we about to discuss
Uh,
this Borderlands movie. I got my software up now, cause I really, yo, that's the worst movie I've seen all year, bro.
I
That's the worst.
can't even say it's like absolute. No, it's a terrible movie. Like, let me say this. Let me say this. It's just like the Five Nights at Freddy's movies. If you don't know the lore or you ain't never played the Borderlands games at all,
Mm-hmm.
then it's a decent movie. Like, you'll learn a little bit of lore that's inaccurate, but
Inaccurate
like
as
you'll
fuck.
you'll still learn a little bit of the lore of the actual game. And then once you actually play the game, you'll probably get pissed off. But
Yo,
from a just a movie perspective, it's a decent movie. It's a decent movie. I'm not gonna throw away credit when credit's due. It's a decent movie if you don't know the lore or don't know nothing about Borderlands.
all right. I feel differently from you. I feel like that
Okay.
was a shit movie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It was literally just. I do agree with the whole Five Nights at Freddy's part, or you were like, if you've played the games, this movie's gonna piss you off. I've played all the games. We've played all the games together,
I'm about to say we
besides
both
two
have hella
sequels. But
hours in both all the games.
okay, so like this movie was pissing me off. I just want to start with the smallest nitpick that I had before I get into everything else. Yes, there will be spoilers. Lilith had an infinity this entire movie, but was single fire in it. Let me tell y'all something, bro. Who the fuck single fires an infinity? Why are you single firing an infinity?
And you only showed the case that it was an Infinity in the beginning of the movie when she sat there and killed what? What did she kill? Like one soldier, one Atlas soldier or some shit.
I think she killed like four of them, like in the bar
She,
or whatever.
I was gonna say like she rolled over a fucking barrel and just shot.
Single fire. Pow, pow,
God knows
pow,
what.
pow.
No, bro, it was a slow motion shot of the barrel twisting. I was like, okay,
Oh yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
an
yeah.
Infinity. It's an Infinity. I was having my doubts at first because
Yeah,
I was just
word.
thinking it's a
As
regular.
soon as I saw it, I said it was an infinity. I was like, yeah,
No,
that's an
because
infinity.
I'm just saying because in all the other Borderlands games, there's other let off pistols that twist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So until Marcus said later in the movie, Little Miss Infinity,
Little Miss Infinity. Also,
it's like
nobody
all right.
used any status effects. Listen, they would die.
I was gonna say,
How you
bro,
on
like,
Pandora with no status effect weapons?
bro, how the fuck are you sitting there shooting all these guns, bro? You're shooting at a robot with like Claptrap. If y'all don't have no corrosive guns, just to melt that little robot away.
Bro, alright. So in terms of the actual movie, basically, bro, they they got like a quick summary of the Borderlands movies and decided to cram mad references instead of making an actual movie. Like, uh, Tina was on some yo, I'm the special one, I'm the special one,
No, it's
just for
not in
her to
that. Tina
not
Tina
be
had her
special.
one little moment of being like actual Tina and called
Exactly.
create her big brother
Big
with her
brother,
little
my
baby
best
Jamaican
friend.
at my big brother.
Bro, I'm like, yo, bro, she not giving off Tina vibes. Then she had that scene, and I was like, okay, yeah, that was Kramer even said it himself, like, yo, that was Tina like. That makes sense. But I was just like, I don't know, bro.
Afterwards, it went back to just being the little white. Ooh, let me not say it like that. Just the little crybaby teenage girl
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that's
I will
like
give
going
credit
through
was
some
due.
shit.
Krieg was the best part of the movie.
I was about to say
I
Krieg.
don't care. He was the most lore accurate, and I mean, even up to the end where like he got his mask cracked or whatever,
We
still
don't
the
know what
most
he
lore
looks like,
accurate.
so we can't really say anything about that. So
Exactly. Kevin Hart was not that bad as Roland. Like
it's
Kevin
just the
Hart,
fact that he was short. That's
right? Him
everybody's
being
complaint.
short and the fact that Kevin Hart
He
couldn't
don't have
help
the voice.
himself but show some Kevin Hart tendencies, like where he said,
Worst orgy
"Worst
ever.
orgy ever." Like, oh my god, Roland would never say that.
I
Roland
was
would
gonna
never
say
sit there and be like, "Worst orgy ever." Like, what the hell, bro?
he'll,
What
he'll
you got
probably crack
going
like
on?
some like a really corny pun, but he wouldn't have said that now.
Like, be for real. Then they had they kind of mixed all three. Oh wait, no, but before I get into that, Lilith. I don't really know how to feel about Lilith in this movie. I mean,
They played her a little bit better at the end of the movie, but it was just kind of sus like, oh, guess what? Your mom had to tell you that she was a siren instead of, in the first game, Marcus come out with the rip skip.
mm-hmm.
Oh, this bitch on my bus, she's a siren.
Like,
That's
and they weren't even
literally
calling them sirens till the end. They were just called Iridians. I personally like even. Oh my goodness, bro. Tannis. Yo, all I'm gonna say is I didn't get the specifics. Jamie Lee Curtis, I was not familiar with your game.
I was about to say Jamie Lee
Okay.
Curtis. Oh,
I was not
I can
familiar with your
understand. I can
game.
understand why that old ass man was chasing you for them decades. In the
He talking about
mask,
Halloween. Just know he not talking about no real life shit. Cause I know somebody gonna give me that comment.
I was gonna say we're talking about Halloween, bro.
I'm talking about Halloween. But all I'm gonna say is, bro, I was not familiar with your game. But I am a fan.
I am now a
Okay,
fan, Jamie Lee Curtis.
for life. Um, Jack Black as Claptrap, I think
He did
might
a
be.
good job being annoying. That's all
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah. His voice was really annoying. He was really annoying, and so in a way, he was perfect because of how annoying he was. But I couldn't help but dislike him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess you're supposed to feel that way. Like, in the games, like, oh my god, can we leave this nigga
The
behind?
thing
Like,
is, though, even though Claptrap's annoying in the games, I still somewhat like him. Like when he like that
mm-hmm.
he's around. Claptrap in the movie, I genuinely just like, yo, just get
Throughout
him the fuck on out of here, bro.
all he did throughout the entire movie was get them caught up, get them in scenarios they didn't have to be in. Uh, like, bro,
Oh.
all he did was mess things up for them the entire movie, and they kept him around. Like, okay,
The thing is, like Claptrap would like be helpful at times in the games. I get it. We keep on comparing to the games, but that's what the gripe is really about.
this is what the movie's
It's just
based
like
on. The games, like, I don't know. Like, they tried to mix all three of the games in
and then
specific in
try
terms
to,
of references in one movie, and then make it its
or
own
just like
thing.
the only thing that I really found cool was whenever the destroyer, his little tentacle showed up and dragged bro away. It's kind of like what
Bro,
they did to Commander
even
Steel in
that,
the
bro.
movie.
Even that, bro. Before we even get to that, Moxie was alright, I guess. Like,
Moxie played her role. They just played she was a little bit too country, like tried to make her,
yeah,
you know.
I was indifferent towards Moxie personally. Marcus, bro, that accent is terrible. Like, it's like he's really forcing that
I was, you can
accent,
hear
bro.
when he first talks. You can hear when he first talks that he got some normal accent going until later on the bus he starts forcing the Marcus
Just
accent,
flips a switch. They brought him in. They brought his bus in.
which
Just
was
as a
cool.
nod to the game. Um, but in terms of the plot, like the actual story, we can get to the story part now, because basically, oh no no no, before we get there, the Atlas dude who runs Atlas, yo, laziest acting I've ever seen, bro.
I was about to say, don't
Haha,
cast him back ever again in any
I
movie, bro.
have you now. Give up the key now. Give me Tiny Tina.
I get it. Like he's like Hispanic. I'm not even trying to like be mean. I get it. He's Hispanic, but like his English was
He
not going well
sound
with the movie,
bored.
and you
He
can just
sounded
hear him
bored.
just. I'm about to say it's like good actor. I'm glad he got his money.
He
Not
just
anything
sounded
towards like
bored,
Hispanics
bro.
or like people that like struggle to like speak English or whatever the fuck, but just not for this movie, bro.
That's not my issue. My issue, like I've been saying, he just sounded like he didn't want to be there. Like, all right, I got my bag, leave me alone, type shit.
I don't know. I feel like he did a good job in the very beginning when he's introduced, like when he's
Yeah,
on
when
this
he was
like
still interested.
yeah, and then when
The
he showed up, he was like, oh okay, then
the story, in my personal opinion, is ass, bro. All right, Roland breaks out Tiny Tina out of the prisons. Oh, your dad's looking for you. Da da da. Lies to her. Krieg comes too, because Krieg is also happens to be locked up in the same prison as Tina, and they're
all I
best
gotta say, it
friends.
would have been better if they just found Krieg or some shit.
Right. They then go to hide on Pandora from Atlas because Atlas wants to use uh, Tiny Tina to open up the vault. Right? Because according to him, according to Tina, as we find out later on in the movie,
That's not
she
even true.
was created by Atlas and is part Atlas, part Iridian.
Part
Whatever.
little girl, part Iridian or whatever the fuck.
Right. So then he goes to Lilith, who's in a bar, fresh off a job. Like, yo, I got a job for you. Whatever, whatever. Hires her to go after Roland and them. They meet up. Tiny Tina and them meet up. Then they're getting chased by, what was the general name? What was her name?
Yeah, I
Ruby?
don't even think that they gave her a name for real. They just said general
Right. I
or
thought,
commander.
yeah, I thought it was supposed to
I
be
thought
something
it
from
would be like
Borderlands
Commander
1.
Steel.
Right. That's who I thought it was at first, and that's why I kept like referencing to her as. But apparently, we don't know, bro. I don't even. I don't remember her name, and I know it's sad, but it's like she was just there. She was supposed, I guess, in a way, her and Roland have a past. I guess they used to sleep together or something.
I'm about to say, then
They don't do any character development for
sacrifice
her.
in the
She
beginning
just
when she had to
shows
change
up.
her heart.
Right. She literally at the end has a random, with no warning, change of heart and then gets blasted and killed immediately. What was the point of her character?
Like immediately, bro.
Bro, like there was no build up to the change of heart. We didn't see her and Roland interact besides maybe one time in the movie, and she was beefing with him. So randomly at the end, she just turns around. She's like, "Wait, hold your fire." Like, what are you doing? Like, um. So they
Also,
basically
why
have
the
to
fuck
stop.
did y'all?
Hmm?
Well, no, you go.
They basically have to protect Tina from Atlas and stop it so that he doesn't get the key. Of course, if you play the games, you know that Lilith is the actual way to open the vault. She's the actual siren, and I mean, they basically just have to stop Atlas. What were you saying, bro?
I'm just saying, fuck them for adding in mouthpiece because mouthpiece should not be a thing if Troy and Tyrene are not canon. I'm sorry, but I said it.
Yeah, again, that goes on one of the biggest negatives about the movie. They tried so hard to put references in from the game that it started to make the movie make less and less sense. Like, we got
Like, and
the
then all of a sudden they're working with the bandits too at the same time. Like, what?
mm-hmm. Bandits that even the bandits fear. Like,
I was gonna say the Bloodshots, and I don't even. Well, the Bloodshots are probably from one. I feel like they're more so from Borderlands 2.
probably.
But
I noticed though the only
it's
game
just.
that didn't get referenced was pre sequel. I guess nobody really likes that game. I
I'm about to
personally,
say they ain't even bring. You know what? They could have got a huge cash grab if they brought in my boy Handsome Jack or as a reference.
I personally think they should have just recreated the games faithfully. Like, okay, the first movie we get Borderlands 1. If it's good enough, we get a sequel. Boom, we got Borderlands 2. Now if it's good enough, we get another sequel. We get Borderlands 3, but just change one character that I personally can't stand around, and then we'll be fine. Like, I just, the character's Ava, by the way. I can't stand Ava, just for people watching who don't know what I'm talking about. Um yeah, they reference the game so much. Like, they have the helmets that we get from Borderlands 3.
Which was cool. I think that was like one of the cooler parts.
Nah, it was like,
Seeing little
yeah,
bird collar that you can put on flak and shit.
that shit was cool. But at the same time, them referencing like Mouthpiece and Borderlands 3 characters in a movie where it doesn't make sense, and the certain characters that are needed for those references to make sense just aren't there.
They barely show any of the wildlife. They have one interaction with a thresher that still hashtag not my Terramorphous.
They also referenced Terramorphous, but he was not invincible.
That is
Bro
not
was
my
zero
Terramorphous, bro.
invincible. Terramorphous the invincible. Like,
And then they had was it 2 showings of a skag, and the skag just didn't even look like a skag. That shit just looked like a fucking meat puppy.
bro opened his mouth, and then ran off screen, never to be seen again.
And then the fucking rack, which
The
they
Rock
did they
looked
do
okay.
justice because
I'm not
nah,
saying
yeah, racks are low key actually kind of scary if you think about it, bro.
The Rock looked okay for a realistic movie. Um, shit. What else did they reference? I didn't see any Handsome Jack references. I might have to suffer through this again sometime or
I was
something.
about to say
I didn't see no Handsome Jack
they ain't,
references.
They ain't showing up my boys Brick and Mordecai, but they want to show Ellie and
Yes.
Scooter.
How did we not get Brick and Mordecai, but we got Ellie and Scooter for like half a second? We saw Ellie and Scooter, but no Brick and no Mordecai. If you're gonna do the fan service, like you need to organize it better than you did. Don't
I was
just
about to say no, and
sprinkle it
I
around.
mean, no, people would have been happy to see Scooter at least, because Scooter's low key like a fan favorite.
No,
But like Brick
absolutely,
and
but at the end of the
Mordecai,
movie, at least that would have made sense. But then everybody
yeah,
else, if they had organized it properly, the references would have made sense. It would have been well timed, well paced. Um, the action scenes, I mean, they were okay, I
I mean,
guess.
yeah, I mean, I kind of enjoyed some of them.
There's this one scene where Roland has to fight off all these bandits by himself, and then
That's kind of
Tina
they
gives
try
him
to
the
make it
teddy
like it's
bear.
heroic hurrah.
Some heroic, like, oh my god, is he gonna make it? Bro literally fights off the bandits with the bomb that Tina gave him, and he's like, yeah, worst orgy ever, and then climbs up this big ass hole, this big ass well, to then get to the final battle. Which, another reference, speaking of references I didn't like, they put the
Bunker
bunker. They put,
as the
yeah, see, that's
Atlas
how real
weapon.
it is. That's bunker is an Atlas weapon now, and I don't know, bro. It didn't do shit. It didn't speak.
That shit was not Bunker. That shit is Unker.
It didn't shoot out mini bunkers or whatever the fuck that shit is. The little drones. It didn't nothing. It just sat there. The Atlas dude had control of it with a glove and was just pew 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 pew. Like, nah, bro. That's just not. That was not bunker, bro. That's another example of references that just y'all just doing it just to do it. Like, there's no love for the game.
Like they're probably trying to get people into the game. Which wins if y'all do that, and then people play the game and realize your shit is out of order. And it's like, yo, this movie really it made no fucking sense.
I saw this shit had a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it went up to a 4. And honestly, normally I'm like, nah, critics is tweaking. No movie can be that bad. Nah, personally, I'm offended by this movie.
We're offended as fucking was it true Borderlands fans.
Absolutely
But
disgusted with how
if we
y'all
had our
did that.
memory wiped, if we had our memory wiped of everything Borderlands, bro, I give this shit like a fair. It was an enjoyable little action movie. I
If
mean, I
I
wouldn't say
turn
it's
my
like
brain off and watch this, yeah, sure. Like, my brain is off. I can
I
watch
still
this
would have
and
been
be okay.
hyped. I still been hyped for my boy Creed, or I probably I don't know.
I'm telling y'all,
Oh,
Creed the best part of this movie.
you
And I'm gonna say this from now.
know they did they knew they had to add in Creed if they were gonna make this badass movie. Cause there's no way that or Brick.
I'm tell y'all this right
Cause
now.
Brick
Do
kind of
not
funny
go
in
out and see this
Borderlands.
movie. Do not go out and see this. Do not spend no money. I'm not gonna tell you to do nothing illegal, but do not go out and see this movie, bro. Like this.
At least don't spend a lot for it. Just wait till it's on like DVD or something. Spend like a cool $15-$20 on it, bro.
This shit has horrible writing. The I don't know, man. The CGI was kind of
The
whack to me too.
pacing was kind of too fast.
Yeah, yeah. They was
I
just
still
rushing to the ending we already knew
I still
about.
don't like how
Yo, your mic cutting
Bolt
out.
was literally.
Your
Oh
mic cutting
shit.
out. Yeah.
I mean, let me do it. Fuck.
I think you're good now, bro. Yeah. So I
All right.
just.
Anyways,
Hmm.
no, you go. You go. You go. You go.
I don't know, bro. Like, the writing was terrible. The CGI was terrible. The references were just overdone, and some of them really undercooked and underdeveloped, and just not done with care. Whoever was making this movie just did not give a shit, bro. It just did not give a shit at all. And the people
They
who are spamming and I feel like it's bots on the Rotten Tomato shit spamming 4 out of 5s. I don't know if we watched the same movie, man. I really don't know. Oh,
I
never
got to
played the game,
say,
but this movie
y'all
is
have.
enjoyable.
I was about to say y'all probably had never played the game if y'all seen that 4 out of 5.
Like, there's a lot of fun to be had with this movie. Like, what, bro? Come on, bro. This shit got a 7% from the critics and a 49% audience score because there's people just pumping out 4 out of 5 to this movie on the damn website. Do not spend no money on this movie. We wasted an hour and 42 minutes of our lives watching this movie.
A little bit more since the.
Yeah, yeah, a little bit
A little
more.
bit more. A little bit more than that, man.
Personally, I just don't recommend this movie. I personally would give this movie a zero. A zero. It shouldn't even be possible for a movie to be a zero, but this is a zero. This movie's a zero.
That sucks for all the people that worked on it. You know, y'all probably thought y'all were getting up, something a little hyped up, but the person that directed it just didn't play any Borderlands game for more than 15 minutes.
I remember when they showed the castings, and even when they showed the castings, I was talking to you. I was like, I don't know about this, bro. I don't know about this, bro. But it's not even like my biggest issue ended up not even being the castings. In most
I was about to say
cases.
the castings, low key, it just worked. I just wish Tennis wasn't so old. Not Aerith. Lilith wasn't so old.
They changed Tannis's backstory too for the sake of this movie.
I gotta say,
Yo, we get to see Lilith's mom for like 13 seconds. All right.
I gotta say,
What's your rating? And then I'm gonna give my official rating, and then
okay. My official rating, from what I feel, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10 maybe.
2 or 3
And
out of 10.
then, and like I said, if I just wasn't into Borderlands, I'll probably say it's like a 5 out of 10. It's hit or miss, bro.
I ain't gonna
But
lie.
personally, it's 2
I
or
don't got
3 out
no
of 10, bro.
sympathy for this shit, bro. This movie's a. You know what? I'm gonna bump it up from a 0 because, like I said, I did like some of the references or a few of the references, whatever. This movie a 1 out of 10, bro. This shit a 1 out of 10. I can't believe what we just sat here and watched, bro. Do not go see this movie, and if you do see it, make sure you don't pay for it. Get someone you hate to buy the tickets for this movie for you.
At least
Pretend y'all at peace, like yo, like I fuck with you now, like we cool. Wanna go see the Borderlands movie, and then make them sit through the movie while you, I don't know, sneak out through the back or something. This is a movie
exactly
you
you
watch
go
with
sneeze
somebody.
or something, bro. Or if you ain't got really shit else to do, bro. But
And even then, get busy because you ain't gonna be enjoying this movie.
go with a group of friends that don't know nothing about Borderlands, so you can piss them off and say, "Yo, this shit never happened."
I have to say the whole movie you sitting there telling them like, yeah, that didn't happen, or that's not right, or that's not right.
I gotta say, they're missing their 2 main people from the first game.
And replace them with people from the second game.
Exactly. Yo,
Yeah.
Main Tannen's part of the main crew. Like she was not part of the main crew for real until 2 technically, but y'all gotta sit here and let this bitch that betrays us in the first game be part of the main crew. Come on now.
That's about it from us, bro. Like, movie ass, bro. Movie butt, bro.
Obviously garbage, bro.
Movie butt,
But
bro.
it only made me, it only was fun because I was watching with my bro. But
And we was laughing at the stupidity and the fucking how bad
literally,
shit
bro.
was. Don't go see this shit.